We started out as a string quartet in 1996, playing in a nightclub. We did a gig there which seemed to get on very well, so we wanted to go on doing it and recruited a bass player, Rick, and a pianist, Graham, and started to expand our repertoire in lots of different directions, especially thinking about audiences who weren't necessarily the core classical audiences, and trying to find things that would be liked by different audience members.
We try so many different directions, and it's been absolutely like an amazing journey. And I just I feel very lucky to have been a sort of, it's like feeling like you're a conduit to lots of different genres of music, because so many people would approach us, and that element of everyone coming together across genre is really very special, and I value that very much.
I was actually really quite resistant at first. I remember thinking about it for more than a few weeks, and I can't account for that resistance now. But then I don't think any of us knew, maybe Robert knew, but I don't think any of us really knew what Mr. McFall's Chamber was going to become. I think possibly one of the things that was putting me off is that it wasn't the strongest date I'd ever been asked to do in terms of fees, and that was always quite important to me.
Yeah, we did a lot of experimentation. I have a great memory of playing, being invited to play on Mr. Anderson's Fine Tunes. And again, I can't remember why, but we turned up with a piece that consisted of drawings and 3 Buddhist meditations, and we just improvised. It was a string quartet. What he must have made of that, I cannot imagine.
So this Burns song, Bra Bra Lads, is a song that I've sung when I was a wee boy, and I haven't sung it for very many years. And when Robert asked me to come and do this, I said, would it be great to do a Burns song that people very rarely hear nowadays? So this is one that if you were to sing it in Gala, this is what my grandpa said, if you sing it in Gala, at the end of the phrase, Bra Bra Lads, wherever you would be, the audience would sing along. So I'm hoping that wherever you are, the audience will be singing along to Bra Bra Lads.
Although his daddy was nae let and though I ne machel tocha, yet rich in kindness, truest love, will tend our flocks by Gala water. It ne'er was wealth, it ne'er was wealth that cost contentment, peace or pleasure, the bands and bliss of mutual love. Oh, that's the world's chiefest treasure.
Not far from here is the place that was the club. The Crochallan Fencibles would meet up in the old town, and it was a haunt of Robert Burns. And the man in this song, Rattlin' Roarin' Willie, was well known to this group, and it's a great song, full of life and colour, where Rattlin' Roarin' Willie, who was known for his drinking, known for his fiddle, is asked to maybe sell his fiddle so he can actually buy a round for a change. He said, "Oh, I can't do that. People will think I'm crazy if I sell my fiddle. I love my fiddle." And at the end, Robert Burns actually sees him. There he is. He's at the Crochallan Fencibles, and it's Rattlin' Roarin' Willie having a drink with his pals.
Oh, Rattlin' Roarin' Willie, oh, he held to the fair, and for to sell his fiddle and buy some other ware. But Pert and Way, his fiddle, the sort you're blind to see. Oh, Rattlin' Roarin' Willie, you're welcome, I to me. Oh, will they come sell your fiddle, say fine. Will they come sell your fiddle and buy a pint of wine? If I should sell my fiddle, the one was thinking was mine. For many a rant and day my fiddle and I had. As I come by Crochallan, I can't only kick a man. Rattlin' Roarin' Willie was sitting on yon body, in a mangled company. Rattlin' Roarin' Willie, you're welcome, I to me. Oh, Rattlin' Roarin' Willie, oh, he held to the fair, and for to sell his fiddle and buy some other ware. But Pert and Way, his fiddle, the sort you're blind to see. Rattlin' Roarin' Willie, you're welcome, I to me.
This is a piece by a 19th century Cuban violinist composer called José White, called La Bella Cubana, the beautiful Cuban woman.
The opportunity to sing Mexican songs with this fantastic group was something I jumped at. And everybody goes on about the American songbook, you know, Gershwin and Berlin, and they are fantastic. But south of the border, there was some fantastic songwriting going on. And we're going to perform 2 songs by María Grever. The first one, Cuando vuelva a tu lado, was an English lyric was put to that fantastic melody, which we all know as What a Difference a Day Makes. The second one is in Mexico. If you were to sing this one, it's like singing Granada or Solamente una vez. Everybody knows the words of this, which is always it's always very difficult to a non-Spanish speaker to sing something, because my wife's from Mexico, and I'll tell you, if there's one person that will pull me up for bad Spanish, it's going to be her.
Todos dicen que es mentira que te quiero, porque nunca me habían visto enamorado. Yo te juro que yo mismo no comprendo el por qué me fascina tu mirada. Cuando estoy cerca de ti estás contenta. Quisiera que de nadie te recordaras. Tengo celos hasta del pensamiento que pueda recordarte a otra persona amada. Júrame que aunque pase mucho tiempo, no olvidarás el momento que yo te conocí. Mírame, pues no hay nada más profundo ni más grande en este mundo que el cariño que te di. Bésame con un beso enamorado, como nadie me ha besado desde el día en que nací. Quiéreme hasta la locura, y así sabrás la amargura que estoy sufriendo por ti. Quiéreme hasta la locura, y así sabrás la amargura que estoy sufriendo por ti. ¿Recuerdas aquel beso que en broma me negaste? Se escapó de tus labios sin querer, y asustado por ellos busco abrigo en la inmensa amargura de mi ser. Cuando vuelva a tu lado, no me niegues tus besos, el amor que te he dado no podrás olvidar. No me preguntas nada que nadie ha de explicarte, que el beso le negaste, ya no lo puedes dar. Cuando vuelva a tu lado y estés solo contigo, las cosas que te digo no repitas jamás por compasión, una a tu labio el mío y estrechame en tus brazos y cuenta los latidos de nuestro corazón. Por compasión, una a tu labio el mío y estrechame en tus brazos y cuenta los latidos de nuestro corazón.
Okay, so we're going to play two dances, a galliard and an allemande by John Dowland. It's the Earl of Essex galliard and Sir George Whitehead, his allemande. John Dowland was a lutenist, more or less exact contemporary of Shakespeare. When we were first playing, we're bringing several things from our very early days to this program. And when we were first playing, we looked for things that were very unlikely to play on string quartet. And very early on, we had the idea of taking a Jimi Hendrix song and playing it very slowly and very quietly and seeing what it sounded like. And this is it, Little Wing.
This is such a powerful song, and it's a fantastic arrangement by Robert of Burns. It shows the sort of patriotic nationalist side of Robert Burns, and it's the very powerful Sic a parcel o' rogues in a nation.
Scottish fame, farewell ancient glory, farewell into your Scottish name, sae famed and martial story. No sacrins are the Solway sands, and Tweed runs till the ocean. Temnock where England's provost stands, sic a parcel of rogues in a nation. What force or guile could not subdue through many warlike ages. Is wrought no by a scoured for you, for hireling traitors' wages. The English still we could disdain, secure in our station, but English gold has been her bane, sick a parcel of rogues in a nation. Still we could disdain, secure in Valor station, but English gold has been her bane, sick a parcel of rogues in a nation. Had seen the day that treason thus could sell us. By all grade had lain and clay, we Bruce and loyal Wallace. But path and power to my last hour, I'll mark this declaration. We're bought and sold for English gold. Sick a parcel of rogues in a nation.
Song by Michael Marra. And the first time I actually heard this was on the recording with him and Mr. McFall's Chamber. And I played it in my programme. I've loved it ever since. Actually, I just loved it when I saw the title. Because anything to do with Mexico makes my ears prick up, because my wife was from Chihuahua in Mexico. So Frida Kahlo, I love Frida Kahlo's work, and I've been to Frida Kahlo's house in Mexico to get a chance to sing this particular song, which is about this one. You get this incredible image, a picture of Frida Kahlo dying and coming to Dundee, to this house there where Michael Marra and his pals used to drink, and his pals being Vincent Rattray and Jimmy Howe, who both get a mention in this song, two fantastic artists. And it's great because Jimmy Howe was also not only for being a fantastic painter and landscape artist, but he was pretty handy on the dance floor, and that's referenced in this Frida Kahlo's visit to the Taybridge Bar.
We were all flooded with a scarlet light, came through the window with the rain outside. It all went quiet and a vision appeared, with a rose in her hair and her ring in her ear. She said, Buenos dias, boys, this looks like the place. Make my re-entry to the human race. Here I am, and here I'll stay till it's hasta la vista, and I'm on my way. And Vince said she was a woman to whom life had been cruel, and she lived with a fat man of the knives school. He liked his beer and he put it about. She truly loved him till the lights went out, and then she made her way up to the pearly gates. She saw St. Peter, he was pumping ways. He said, it shall lift upon this falling star. Make your way down to the Tay Bridge bar. There'll be no more lies, no more tears, no more listening through the fat man's ears. There'll be no more tears and no more lies, no more looking through the fat man's eyes. She said she'd never been so happy in a long, long time. Her mind was relaxed, her body felt fine. She said, put on Perdido, tonight's the night. I'm gonna dance with Jimmy Howie in the pale moonlight. There'll be no more lies, no more tears, no more listening through the fat man's ears. There'll be no more tears and no more